everyone, I'm Everglade Glade, and welcome back to the second episode in our VGC battlespot climbing ladder thing. I messed it up, but it's fine. It's going to the second episode, and we're using the same rain team that we used in game and in the last episode. And now we did not do well in the last episode, but this is a learning process. I'm going to take each of these matches individually slow and try to think through them the best I can. But if you guys are enjoying the daily content coming your way, smash the like button down below and please subscribe to the channel. I'm going to try to reach 100 subs by the end of the year. I'm trying to do that grind. So if you could click that subscribe button, that would really mean a lot to me, as you're going to get a lot of great content coming your way. But we're going to hop into the first battle for today's episode, and I actually want to mute this tab just because it gets pretty loud and the audio kind of gets screwed over. Okay, the audio gets screwed over if I have showdown music playing. But we are going to be facing Sailoro, and he is rocking a team of Cindy, Preem, the Rilla, the Dragapult, the Bisharp, and the Togekiss. So actually a very offensive team here. Looking at his team, Magnezone does pretty well. Yeah, Magnezone does pretty well against his team. Incineroar is not... I mean, I don't really want to bring Incineroar in this matchup, no one because of the Bisharp, but also just it doesn't really do all that much against this team, especially since Cinderace does learn that high jump kick. I think leading off with Rain could be good, but I do... I don't exactly know how I want to lead off. I'm only Magnezone Pelipper, I think. Magnezone Pelipper seems like a very solid lead. It covers for a lot of options. Magnezone Pelipper... Magnezone covers the Primarina, Magnezone covers the Togekiss. Pelipper also covers the Cinderace option, covers the Rillaboom option. Can cover the Scald onto the Bisharp, can set up a Tailwind if need be. So I think that's a pretty solid lead. And alright, to start with, in the back we obviously want Kingdra, because Kingdra just provides a lot of hyper offense. Can also be the Dragapult under Rain and whatnot. And now we're looking at our last Mon, and we don't really have a lot of pressure against the Bisharp, and we don't. I'm trying to think here. So the last Mon's going to be very interesting for this, just because I really do want to bring Rillaboom. Just because Rillaboom hits hard against his entire team for the most part. But that means we really have to conserve the Magnezone for the Togekiss. And also that means that Kingdra has to be conserved for the Cinderace if he does bring the Cinderace. I don't really want to bring Incineroar, and Togekiss is looking like it's going to be a downfall just because of the Follow Me and he has faster Mons. While Rillaboom can go for that Grassy Glide, which is also a priority. So we're going to get right into the match, as they are going to lead Cinderace Bisharp. So actually, admittedly not the best lead for me, but I think it'll work. So we see the Cinderace and we see the Bisharp come out. So what I can do here is I can go for the Volt Switch here. Oh, he's going to go for the Max Knuckle, I think. I kind of want to go Rillaboom here, but I think that's a very bad play. I think I'm going to go Kingdra turn 1, and I'm just going to Tailwind. He's going to max the Cinderace. He is going to go for the Max Knuckle. This is going to hurt a lot, though. My KO. It does do a lot, unfortunately. But we do get the Tailwind. And he does go for the Brick Break, which does KO the Kingdra turn 1, which isn't admittedly the greatest thing. But what we can do here is go for the Max Lightning and go for the Hurricane onto the Cinderace. That double up into the Cinderace will be very good. Oh, wait. I think that was a bad play because, Cinderace will outspeed us. What I'm going to do instead is I'm going to Max Lightning the Bisharp and go for the Hurricane onto the Cinderace. We go for the Hurricane because I know that's going to be doing a lot of damage. He is going to go for the Max Airstream. So it's going to proc my Pelipper Sass, which is not great here. I am going to go for the Max Lightning into the Bisharp, so that is going to one-shot the Bisharp here. So yet again, that's also very good for us. But yet again, he does have Rillaboom here, but I can just go for a Max Steel Spike. And I don't really need Pelipper here anymore. I am just going to go for the Wait, do I even need to go for the Hurricane? No. You know what I'll do? I'll Max Steel Spike, and I will... Because I don't need to target the Cinderace here, just because I Rillaboom in the back with the Grassy Glide. So I can just Max Steel Spike And I can go for, I think, just a Hurricane into the Rillaboom if it is Scarf. So he's just going to go for the Fake Out here. This Max Knuckle is going to hurt, don't get me wrong. But Magnezone should be able to live. Magnezone is barely able to live that. But now we get an R Rillaboom, and he has a Togekiss. Okay, so now... Okay, I think I see my... Do I see my win con? Not really, because I don't have Fake Out here. That's the annoying part. Yeah, he does have the Sucker Punch, which is going to probably be game. Yeah, okay. Yeah, it's D-Gleam. I am going to go for the knockoff here, but he does have the Air Slash. So, what could we have done there? Okay, I'm going to think that one through. So, we're going to go in the replay. See, like I said in the beginning, like I said in episode 1, I don't really care about losing. I just want to see to myself, how do I play these matches? How can I improve in these matches? Because, yeah, I might be 15-52. But we can always get back up, you know what I mean? You know, I think recognizing what you're doing wrong and dropping a little, I mean, at least in a learning process, is fine. We let Magnezone Pelipper, which admittedly wasn't the worst lead, but I knew turn 1 he was going to D-Max, so actually I think the one mistake I did make was letting Kingdra take that much damage. Kingdra was pretty crucial in this matchup. Kingdra did really well against his team, but leaving Magnezone in there would have meant Magnezone would have died, and Magnezone also put in quite a bit of work. So. And Magnezone doesn't have Protect since it's AV, so it really was a tricky spot to be in. But we had to D-Max there. I went for the Hurricane into the Cinderace. I probably could have doubled up into the Cinderace now that I think about it. Or I should have doubled up into the Cinderace now that I think about it. Because Cinderace was a lot of trouble there. A lot of trouble. But I thought, oh, I could just Grassy Glide, but I forgot about the Togekiss. So that was partially my fault, as he just is going to go for the Fake Out. And the Max Knuckle is going to be doing a ton of damage to the Magnezone. So I didn't really recognize that, and that's why I lost. I think if I targeted the Cinderace there, we would have been fine. If I went for the Max Steel, so like being able to get that defense boost up against the Cinderace, we would have been able to take a lot of hits from the Rillaboom a lot better if they had like a knockoff or a Brick Break. So that's why we lost that one. But we're going to go into the next match. That was a very interesting team to face. We're just going to go into the next match. See what we find. Alright, so this is a very interesting team to face. So we are facing a Weavile, Dragalge, Ensign, Urshifu, Jellicent. I'm writing all this stuff down as well, and Togekiss. So one thing to note, he's definitely bringing Dragalge. Dragalge is just really good against our team. And the counter to Dragalge is Magnezone. Now we do have to be careful of Magnezone since he has a lot of threats to it, especially that Urshifu. Which means I'm thinking if we lead a Magnezone Pelipper, that covers pretty much my opponent's options very well. I really don't want to bring along a Rillaboom. Just Rillaboom is not good here. Just because it only does well against Jellicent, and I don't think he's very likely to bring Jellicent. I think he's going to bring the Dragalge, the Urshifu, the Togekiss, and maybe the Weavile. Or I don't see Jellicent being good. Or I mean, he could go the Trick Room option. But I mean, maybe he could lead Urshifu Jellicent with like Togekiss Dragalge. But I'm more so seeing maybe like a I'm more so seeing like an Urshifu, Dragalge, Togekiss, Weavile maybe. But I like Magnezone Pelipper. Magnezone Pelipper covers all the options on my opponent's team, and I can switch out quite reliably. And I obviously want Kingdra in the back. Kingdra just hits things so incredibly hard and can deal with the Dragalge. Then we need a support mon. And now, is the support mon going to be Incineroar? Now, I kind of like Incineroar here just because Incineroar does get that Intimidate off, but yet again, it's not going to be very useful against that Urshifu, because I think Urshifu still one-shots it, and also the Dragalge can get Max Geyser, and Weavile gets Low Kick, and Jellicent if they bring Jellicent here for Water Spout. So I feel like Togekiss is the safer mon here. So we're going to leave Magnezone Pelipper, as he does leave Togekiss Weavile. So that seems to me that he has the Dragalge in the back. As turn 1, I'm going to switch out into the Togekiss, and I'm just going to go for a Hurricane onto the Weavile, I think. Right? Because wouldn't you want to maybe low kick this? Like, you would want to low kick. I'm going to go Togekiss. I don't think you'd Fake Out turn 1. I don't think Fake Out makes sense. I'm going to Hurricane here. I'm going to go Togekiss. He is going to Dynamax. He is going to fake Tears. He's going to go Max Flare. Okay, so that's really good. We actually land the Hurricane though, so yeah, I mean that's cool. I did not expect that. But he's fake TEARS WEAVILE, so we know that now. Does Togekiss play an important role here? Yeah, because Weavile can knock it out. I am gonna protect, and I'm going to Tailwind here, I think. He's gonna go for the Ice Shard and probably into the Togekiss slot. He's actually gonna max Airstream the Pelipper there, so it's a pretty good play on his part. That's a very good play on his part. But I can just go for the Follow Me, and I can. Ooh, that's tough. Is he Icicle Crash? Because I'm gonna need to switch out here, I think, with the Pelipper. I'm defensive Togekiss. I think I can take this hit. I think I can take this hit. I believe I can take this hit. Okay, well, yeah, we eat that. Okay, so that's pretty good. That's really good, actually, yeah. So I'm going to go Pelipper, and what I can do here is I can just protect and Thunder. No. Do I Thunder here, or do I go Max Steel Spike? Max Steel Spike is going to be very good for the Togekiss here, so we are actually just going to protect the Pelipper. Oh shoot, miss. Oh, we're good at this game. That was, I think was that a bad play? I don't really know. But okay, wait. We do have the Tailwind up. We do have the defense boost. So our Urshifu is not going to be doing much, and the Dragalge will be doing some damage. But he does actually have the Jellicent here, which is very surprising. He's going to go for the Ice Shard here. Which, in case he doesn't, I'm just going to Scald, and I'm just going to go for the Max Lightning, I think. I think that's fine. He's just going to go for the Ice Shard to knock me out. I am going to Max Lightning. How much does this do? It actually wants us a Jellicent because, you know, we're just that good. Because Magnezone, guys, Magnezone is broken. Magnezone's very good. Now we can go the Kingdra, and they have the Dragalge here. Now, what I like to do is I'm going to Draco Meteor the Dragalge, and I'm assuming that's slow Dragalge. I'm going to Draco Meteor, and even if Weavile protects, what's a better play? Do we Max Strike, or do we Max... We could Max Lightning, but I think it's better to Steel Spike. He's just gonna fake TEARS. I missed my Draco, but I do get the Steel Spike off. He goes Sludge Wave though. Now I need a Flash Cannon and hope and pray that this thing can't do much to me. He is Life Orb though. He is Life Orb. Okay, as long as we can live this hit. Through the crit, Magnezone lives, and as long as this thing doesn't get priority, I think that's game. He's going to protect, but to no avail. Because I think that's game. I think Flash Cannon still KOs. Flash Cannon KOs, so we're going to take that game. Sweet. So I think not Dynamaxing turn 1 was very good, since he went more of a gimmicky strat with the Weavile and the Togekiss. So we're actually gonna replay. Why did I win that? Also, I need to start writing down more. I'm not writing down as much. So we're gonna start taking notes like I do in tournaments. But I led Magnezone Pelipper just because I thought it's a very solid lead against my opponent's team. I mean, look, Magnezone matches well up against the Jellicent, the Togekiss, decently well against the Incineroar when paired with Pelipper. The Weavile, I mean, unless it had low kick, which is why I switched out turn 1, I believe. And Pelipper also covered the Magnezone because Magnezone doesn't deal well with the Incineroar and the Urshifu. So you get that coverage there. So that's why I led Magnezone Pelipper. Pelipper also has the ability to go for those Tailwinds. And so he leaves the Weavile Togekiss. So a pretty good turn. But I decided I didn't really feel comfortable leaving in my Magnezone right there, just because I didn't expect the fake TEARS Max Flare, but what I was expecting was maybe a Protect on Togekiss and Protect on Togekiss and a I don't even know. A Protect on Togekiss and a low kick, and low kick would hurt, and I knew Magnezone would be really good in this matchup, so I needed to conserve health on Magnezone whenever possible. And he went straight for the Dynamax from the Togekiss and went for the fake TEARS into my Togekiss and the Max Flare. And surprisingly, we ate that up really well because we are Fizz Def Togekiss. We actually landed the Hurricane into the Weavile, 50% accuracy. So that was pretty cool. Now we do protect Togekiss because I thought he was actually going to target the Togekiss, but I guess it makes sense to target the Pelipper here. I mean, there's really no reason not to target the Pelipper, so I made that. That was an incorrect play that I made. But now I switch out to Magnezone here, so I just go for the Follow Me, because I figured if this Weavile had Icicle Crash, I might have been able to take that plus a Max Starfall. I mean, like, I would go down to the Max Starfall, but hopefully I could take the Icicle Crash since I'm very defensive Togekiss. Now I go on Pelipper here, and now this is when I max my Magnezone. I protect the Pelipper. I see he actually does fake Tears there, so he made a good play. But Pelipper would have died to the Heat Wave anyways, but he actually misses on the Magnezone, which is just pretty good for us. He's gonna go Jellicent here. He's gonna Ice Shard the Pelipper. But he does get the crit later on, which did help him. But that goes down. And now I send in Kingdra, and he has Dragalge. We actually missed the Draco Meteor on the Dragalge, so yet again, some karma coming in there. Draco Meteor never lands, guys. It's actually like 20% accurate if you do not know. So if you, when you look and when you see that it says 90% accurate, just remind yourself, guys. It's not. It's not. You know, that's like the scratch ticket. You know, you scratch it off and it says something different. You know what I mean? You look beneath the surface. It's not 90%. It's 20. You never land Draco Meteor. But that goes down. We positioned ourselves well, so I'll take that win there. And now we're gonna go in for another game. We're gonna analyze this. Oh, I have a second. Interesting. Okay, we're not gonna do that. Alright, so we see Suzumi K2 is rocking 18 consisting of, is this Colossal Dragapult? It is. We see Colossal, we see the Corviknight, very cool. We see the Dragapult. We see the Duraludon, a lot of D's in here. We see the Rotom, and we see the Whimsicott, Rotom Wash, and the Whims. If I'd have to guess what strategy he's going to go for here, I'd say it's either going to be a Rotom Whims or a Duraludon Whims lead from my opponent. That makes me want to lead a Magnezone Incineroar. But I don't want to automatically lose to you. I don't want to automatically lose to you. I could lead Kingdra Pelipper though. I'm gonna lead Kingdra Pelipper, just because even against the Duraludon, I think we can do some stuff there. I'm gonna go Magnezone, and why would I lead Kingdra? He's not gonna lead this. He's gonna lead Whims Duraludon. And I can bring Instant in the back. Instant's pretty good in the back here. He's gonna lead the Whims Duraludon, which I'm okay with, because what I'm going to do is I'm just going to switch out into wait. Do we protect? I'm just gonna protect. And I'm going to Tailwind? No, I should Hurricane here. I'm just going to protect the Kingdra. He's just going to go for the Tailwind here. He's just going to max one wind here, which is fine. As we are going to one-shot the Whimsicott there, revealing that he's not Sash on that, which is surprising. I get to go Magnezone here. And do I protect Pelipper? What does Pelipper do here? I don't really know what Pelipper does here. I think we might as well get damage off on the Duraludon, maybe? Like a good Scald would be good, right? He does go for the Max Lightning, which is unfortunate. And he actually doubles up into the Pelipper. But I can go Kingdra. Wait, it 2 turns to Tailwind? Okay, we're actually screwed. What I can do is I can go for a very, very sneaky Max Lightning and a very, very sneaky Protect. Oh shoot, he's actually smart. Is he? Okay, we take those. Cool. Hey, we miss a Draco Meteor last game. They missed a Hydro Pump this game, but actually, let's think this through. Their last is Corviknight, so technically they should not be able to beat me. Technically speaking, they shouldn't be able to. We're gonna see if that's true. What I can do now is I can go for a max lightning into the Duraludon and go Incineroar. Why are we going Incineroar here? We're going Incineroar because we get Fake Out pressure. We're going Incineroar because we get Parting Shot pressure. We're going Incineroar just because I want to. Wait, why did we go? Did we go? Should we have gone Incineroar there? How much is it doing to Duraludon? I mean, yeah, that's a lot. It's a lot of damage to the Duraludon. And now what I can do is I can go for the Max Lightning. And I can Fake Out the Corviknight. Because Corviknight tend to not run Protect. Corviknight tend to not run Protect here. And so now what we can just KO the Corviknight. And now we can just go for the Volt Switch and for the Flare Blitz. And they do forfeit there. So that's really good. See, like, okay. Why did I win this match? Turn 1, okay, so I did call that he was going to go with a Wims Duraludon lead just because Colossal Dragon Pult did not make sense because Kingdra does carry Muddy Water, and so does Pelipper. But I still led Kingdra Pelipper just in case they did decide to do that. Also, if they led Duraludon Whimsicott, I thought to myself, yeah, that probably doesn't even put us in the worst position possible. And now we, obviously, that Dragon Bolt is going to be Sash, just to be able to get that guaranteed Surf Off onto the Colossal. But yes, we know that, like, even though they do have a Duraludon, like, it was AV, I'm pretty sure, right? Whirlwind, Lightning, Dark, Max. Okay, no, and maybe it wasn't AV. I didn't really see all the hits. No, it's probably AV. If they're running Dark Pulse and Lightning, it's AV. So let's put that in perspective. AV Duraludon resisted hit took 96% from a Max Lightning from Magnezone. That's crazy. But what's even crazier is that we went Kingdra and Pelipper, and I knew going Kingdra Pelipper didn't really have that many downshifts. Like, in my head, I was either thinking they were going to lead the Duraludon Whimsicott, which I said before we started the game, or the Whims Rotom, just because that's what you lead against Rain. Now, what I could have led was, like, a Rillaboom. What I could have led was, like, a Magnezone and Incineroar if I really wanted to counter it, but yet again, I didn't want to do that just because the Colossal Dragon Pult still does put on pressure, and I knew that Kingdra Pelipper as a lead would still work out. It still exerts a good amount of pressure, you know, against my opponent. So that is why we grabbed that victory. Now we are going to be writing notes just a bit more. And so we're facing Luminator 7-7, and they are rocking the Wims Terrac. We see the Wims Terrac Incineroar. Wow. Really good time on this. Now, something our Incineroar is very, very good. A very good lead is the 90. Why is Togeki's good in this match? Because redirection. Wait, is Togeki's good? Because what do I not want to do? Kingdra looking at his team is just not good. It can't hit many things. It should prevent you down. Or if it can hit the Terrakion, well, it's got his tail end. Beat up. Nothing favorable. You go for Max Rock Ball to negate my Rain. So I don't think Rain's a good option. Even just solely hitting Pelipper seems plausible. I might do that, but that also gives them these guys who down Pelipper. I'm gonna go really quick for that. You have to go really quick against this team. But if we do go really quick, we are going to lose to Secondary. And I do not want to lose to Secondary. Pelipper is going to be there for the Incineroar, and Incineroar is going to be difficult to take out, but we can always work around Incineroar. I feel like I really don't want to bring Pelipper, just because Pelipper doesn't really provide that much outside of maybe going from the Hurricane onto Terrakion and whatnot. I really don't see it. But maybe I do want to go Pelipper. It's either between Incineroar and Pelipper. Now, really, Pelipper's for the blackest option. We already like going Incineroar. The only weakness to be going Incineroar would be the Terrakion. We have counters to Terrakion, and actually these three can all counter. So I'm actually going to go Incineroar by a lot more versatility. It's actually very good. I think turn 1 I can just max this by the phone. Nothing's really stopping me from doing that play. I think it's a very solid play. Do a lot of stuff. If he decides to switch to Ferrothorn, I don't care. That means too much damage. I'm gonna go for the Palm. He's just gonna go for the tail. And gonna go for the Max Rock Palm. You know what? That is okay. Because we actually live that. And you know, we get that Max Steel Spike off. It's gonna be doing huge with that Rillaboom. Actually, that Rillaboom round is very good for us. And what we can do now is we can either max Steel Spike or actually go for the max Strike into that Incineroar, or into whatever. I just probably gonna max Steel Spike just to make that. I'm just gonna get rid of that. So he's gonna go early. He's gonna max Strike. Okay. But even then, your Ferrothorn is taking a lot of damage. Your Ferrothorn is a lot of damage, right? And we can max Steel Spike again, and we can Grass Flag. And what's to say Terrapion's gonna live this? Because I'm pretty much max attack. Slamming in a lot of hits. And your Ferrothorn, if it's body grass, it's not gonna be doing a lot of damage. And you're gonna kill it. And go out onto your ones. And protect your Ferrothorn. For what? Well, what do you get now? What do you gain? Because now all I have to do is go for a Flash Kick. And I can just taunt your Ferrothorn. All I have to do. Taunt your Ferrothorn so he can't protect me. Can't lead seed. And then what? Right? If I get rid of the one spot, he comes back to my Terrakion, but we already did it. He does crit us with the blast, so I'm kind of pissed. But we do get the Flash Kick wrong. Yep, your Iron Defense. We already figured that out. He's going to go to the Lapras. Why is he going to Lapras? He's going to protect it, right? I have a genius idea. We Flash Cannon and we knock off. Yes, sir. And you know why we knock off? Because that Iron Bars damage will actually block our Bear. You see, we're smart. See, that's how you play smart. And now, that Volt Switch plus this Grassy Glide is going to be hitting this Lapras for very, very good damage. And you know why they did not bring in Incineroar, guys? You know why they did not bring in Incineroar? Oh, now we're actually playing Mars. You know why they did not? Okay, actually, I need to be careful about this. He actually forfeits though. Okay, they did not bring the Incineroar because I run Rain. But did I bring Rain in that matchup? No, which showed you do not have to bring the Rain to be successful. Rain is just that sort of bait. You can go Rain, and Rain does work, but like Rain isn't something that, oh, I'm building a Rain team, I guess I gotta use Rain. No, because my team is built on the foundation. I built this team. Now, I might only be 1500s now, but I built this team and I got to 1713, which is the highest I've ever gotten. And mind you, I started in 2019. Started taking VGC seriously in 2019. Started 2019, I was an 1100s player. Now I'm, well, I did drop down quite a bit, but I'm like normally a mid 1600s player. But look at this. Why would my opponent bring Incineroar? Look at it. Incineroar is good against this Magnezone and the Rillaboom, right? But it's not good at all versus Rain. In fact, Pelipper outspeeds and can get 90% off with Scald, so there was really not a lot of reason to bring it. And what does he have to beat the Rillaboom? He has Ferrothorn. What does he have to beat the Magnezone? He has Ferrothorn. So obviously he's going to bring Ferrothorn. Ferrothorn is infinitely better than the Incineroar is. So you're looking at my team and saying, okay, why would I bring Incineroar? Because I have better answers, and it's not good against Rain. But yet again, I did not bring Rain, and had I brought Incineroar, this would have been a completely different match. But people, when they look at my team, they're like, well, I don't want to bring Incineroar because it's a Rain team. Like, obviously, if you bring Incineroar to a Rain team, it's crazy. But looking at this match, we knew that Lapras was going to protect because I think, like, I was looking at why would you bring in Lapras? And you only, in that scenario, you probably only brought in Lapras to just bait the protect. But then I was thinking to myself, okay, what if we make a Poggers play? Like, you're going to protect the Lapras, right? Because you're trying to stall, you're trying to get as much damage off with your Ferrothorn, you know what I mean? And you're trying to stall out these Tailwind turns. Oh, I think I bumped my mic. You're trying to stall out these Tailwind turns. But I realized that, I think Tailwind was, I think I had Tailwind up. I don't really know. Excuse me. But he was just trying to stall and get damage off. But I decided, hey, well, look at it this way, right? We know that Lapras is going to protect, and with my Rillaboom, the Grassy Guy is not going to be doing much, but what I can do is go for the knockoff, right? And knockoff is going to knock off its leftovers, so protect isn't as good. So you can't protect and get 6% back each time you do it. Because even though I do have an Incineroar, he does have a Terrakion, and because Grassy Terrain did expire, the Terrakion can come in, and I'd have to play very carefully around it. I'd probably have to, well, I'd have to sack Magnezone here. It would be really tough, honestly, to play around that. So I don't know why he forfeited there. Because let's say he went, well, obviously he would go Terrakion, right? And he close combats, right? Do I double the Terrakion? Like, what do I do here? Do I just go for the Grassy Glide? Do I switch out my Rillaboom? No, I think Rillaboom could eat a hit. So what we do is we go for the Grassy Glide onto the Terrakion. And we go for the Flare Blitz. If he goes for the close combat, okay, so actually, no. I know my play. I know my, it's not a definite win con, but it might have been. What I could do was I could switch out to Mag with Incineroar, and I could, even then that's rough. See, he could have won that because Terrakion just exerts a lot of pressure. But that's why that team is good. This is why the team is good, because it, okay, I'm not quoting here, but this is like what I remember from another VGC YouTuber, that's a +1. He said sometimes the teams that do well on battlespot, okay, this isn't an exact quote, this is just from what I remember, like the general thing he was trying to say. Sometimes you want teams to look like they want to do one thing, and then in reality they do another. And that's kind of my team, because you look at my team and you're like, oh wow, Rain, you know, look, you Rillaboom appreciates Rain, Magnezone appreciates Rain, because they're not going to be taking that super effective fire damage anymore. You know, they're protected from that. And you're looking at my team and like, wow, that's a really good core right there. You know what I mean? Or wow, you know, there's a lot of, I don't exactly know the word, but there's a lot of synergy, yes. And so many people look at that and say, okay, well, I have to prep for Rain. But the thing is, this, at least as a player, I know what players are thinking. I know players are going to be prepping for Rain, and we're almost 1600 now. I know players are going to be prepping for Rain. So what I'm doing is saying, okay, well, I added a Rain option in that works well, and really does provide a lot of synergy with my Magnezone and my Rillaboom. And it can operate very well with it, but we do not need to bring Rain to win. And actually, we can function even better without Rain in some instances, because in some matchups, Rain is just certainly not good at all. And in some matchups, Rain can be a bait. It's saying, hey, I have Rain, you might want to bring stuff that counters Rain. But a lot of the time, the stuff that counters Rain does not counter Magnezone, does not counter Rillaboom. You know what I mean? So let's say, oh, well, I have a, what even counters Rain? I don't even know. Sand, right? You have a Tyranitar, right? But then the issue is, oh, well, we have Rillaboom, well, we have Kingdra, well, we have Incineroar, well, we have Redirection Togekiss, well, we have Pelipper. You know what I mean? So you can't really use Sand. I'm really giving bad examples here, but a lot of the stuff that beats Rain does not beat Magnezone and Rillaboom. That's the idea of the team, to be able to have that synergy. And I probably will be using this team for a long time. But I just wanted to kind of go over the team and go over my thought process and really thinking through the matches and really taking my time. I think we actually ended up going 3-1 in this session, so a lot better than last time, I will admit. I'm pleasantly surprised that we did a lot better than last time. But yeah, we're going to keep doing these sessions. We're going to try to get up there. My goal is to get to 1800. If I can push to 1800, I will do a celebratory video where I just do a stupid dance or whatever. I don't really know, but we're going to do something crazy if we get to 1800. But hopefully you guys enjoyed this video. I had a lot of fun really analyzing what this team does well and really looking at what I should bring, and we're going to be trying to analyzing every match, trying to talk through every match and talk through, well, why should I bring this mon, why do I lead this, like what is the point of this lead, what do I think my opponent's going to bring, and what really just thinking through each match, because Pokemon is a game where it's very complex. It's easy to get into. I don't want to change my trainer. It's easy to get into, but it's very, very, very hard to master. And so we can get closer to mastering it or becoming a lot better at it. I mean, it's always good to keep improving, and that's what I'm trying to constantly do, especially during quarantine. Want to keep improving, so when the season when 2021 starts up again, your boy can win a regional or something. But I could be talking here for probably 10 more minutes just about the team. But we are going to be uploading the 3rd episode maybe tomorrow. I'm not sure what I want to do for my daily upload tomorrow. Maybe the 6th episode of the podcast if I can get someone on, because I do want to try to get guests on. Because guests are always fun to have on and makes for more interesting podcast episodes. But if you guys enjoyed today's video, please smash the like button down below. It really helps out the channel, really helps the analytics, and click subscribe. We're doing daily content, guys, daily content for your enjoyment. And I know I've been getting a lot of views, I've been getting a lot of subscribers as of late. It's great. But join the community, join the Everglade Nation, because you're getting daily content. And you want to subscribe to see that daily content, guys, because it's good content coming your way. I'm telling you. After this video, maybe you'll walk away and you'll learn something. But subscribe, like the video, comment, tell me your thoughts on this video. Tell me what you like, what you didn't like. I think that's about it. I hope you guys enjoyed this one, and I will see you in the next episode. Peace.